You're listening in to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Thursday at 1 p.m. on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I know you didn't leave because you were hearing great stories from Joyce Essex. That's right, the #1 real estate agent in all of L.A. County with the Essex Harvey team out in Beverly Hills for Coldwell Banker, the #1 real estate office in all the world. Holy cow. That's very cool. And thank you for staying with us, Joyce, and being here today.
Invited me.
There you go. You turned on your mic. And we have another great guest on. We have a call-in with the executive publisher of Top Agent. How coincidental, huh? That's right. Jessica Fisher with Top Agent has called in, and she's going to share with us her experience with interviewing some of the very top agents across the nation. And she probably has some insight about, why people like Joyce Essex are #1. How's it going, Jessica? Thanks you for calling in.
Hey, it's going good. Thank you guys for having me on.
Look how clear your voice is. Wow.
Nice and clear.
I'm excited
Thanks
to
for
talk
coming
to you
on,
guys.
Jessica.
Hi, Joyce.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I just have you guys up here on my computer screen. I feel like I'm right there with you.
Oh, there you go. We'll wait till you.
That's right. Ustream.tv. Just
Okay,
type
there.
Don and Gino.
he got to plug that in so he can make sure everybody's watching us and everything. So you can see who Joyce Essex is.
Yeah, it's a perfect day for me to be on. Joyce is the epitome of a top agent. I followed your career for a long time, and I know that you are top out there in Beverly Hills and around the country. So,
and we know you interview quite a few. Am I right? I mean, we were kind of discussing back and forth how you interview actual top agents, not just in LA County but across the nation, and you know the difference between a top agent and someone who wishes they were.
Yeah, we interview agents through LA, throughout the nation, and now internationally. So we, along with my team of writers, are talking to agents all over to see about who we want to feature, especially in our nationwide edition. It comes through nominations. It's how they get into our office or into our interview sessions, and then we look at everything from production to their story, how long have they been in the industry. It's a real mix of everything, and then we see who we are going to feature and who will be in the lineup. It's monthly.
So it's obviously important for certain parameters. You just don't put anybody in the magazine, right?
We certainly don't put anybody in there. At first we look at listings. We do a screening. We do an interview. We ask for testimonials. There's no cost for any agent to be involved or be featured. So we're really looking for the best story, and our readers, which are predominantly realtors, are reading the magazine for entertainment purposes, but also to be inspired of how those agents got to where they are today, how they became successful, what they did. And it's interesting now interviewing the agents like Joyce, who have been in the industry such a long time, because those agents who have been in the industry are not trying to reinvent the wheel, but they have now all this new technology at their disposal. So it's interesting seeing what they're doing with what they originally learned and what they have available to them today.
And Jessica, what I'm hearing from you is that, basically the experienced agents are the ones that tend to make it into your magazine, ones with many, many years. And even though they're using today's technology to market themselves, it's years and years of experience and multiple hundreds of closed transactions that creates, the experience to make someone a top agent. Is that correct?
Yeah, and it's also how they work with their clients. I mean, there are some agents that have been in the industry 5-10 years that are, even in the Beverly Hills market, really doing well. They're hard workers. They put in their time, and they are top agents. But a lot of them, yes, have been in the industry 25, 30 years, even longer than that. And the way that they market themselves and how important they know it is that they market their listings to other agents is really key as far as getting their listings out. It's not always just putting them out there. It's putting them to the right places, doing a great job for their clients, keeping in good communication with them. Communication is key. Just picking up the telephone, stuff like that it sounds simple, but it's not always the case. So yeah, top agents do all of the above and more.
Well, speaking of top agents, we have Jessica Fisher, the executive publisher for Top Agent magazine, nationwide publication, locally and nationwide, choosing the very best of the best to share with you of why they are the best of the best and why you should be working with the best of the best. And why you should call Don and Gino to make sure you do work with the best of the best at 855-DG-RADIO. That's 855-DG-RADIO. or 347-2633. That's 661-347-2633. And again, you're listening to Jessica Fisher, executive publisher of Top Agent Magazine.
The other thing I'd like to say is, and we don't throw this out very often, but check out our fan page on Facebook. It's fun. There's pretty dynamic. Sometimes we're getting these little, just nice, fun comments and chats going on. So check out our Facebook page. It is DG Radio Show. As soon as you start typing in DG Radio Show, you'll see two goofy characters there, and that would be us.
And Jessica, we want to touch on a little bit. What kind of stories have you heard, or what makes a top agent? Based on your experience, you interview the best of the best. What would you say makes a top agent? You hit a couple of the topics, obviously, how well they take care of their clients and so forth. But you have probably really good insight of what makes Joyce number one in LA County.
Well, I think what's interesting is that no two stories are the same. We'll interview a lot of agents and only feature a very small percentage. But the first question I will ask any agent in any interview, how did you get started in real estate? And some have started from nothing and have built this great business. Some started from a lot and then fell and then had to build it back up. Or it was a matter of finding the right team, or they knew someone that was in real estate, or maybe they were buying a home and their agent didn't do a good job for them, and they thought, wow, I could do this better. And they thought at the time, this is easy. It's not easy. It's not even close to easy. This is the hardest job. From interviewing the agents, this is the hardest working job. They work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, some of them.
And don't we know it?
Exactly.
So,
we
and
definitely
it's
live it,
also,
and I know how hard it was to get Joyce to show up on our show because she's a very busy lady and does a great job for her clients.
Yeah, we kidnapped her from her office. We'll let her go back here soon.
Joyce is a perfect example of, and Joyce, we would love to feature you on the cover of our magazine, our LA edition, and also in our nationwide edition.
Hey, this is
Thank
being
you.
recorded.
Yeah, it's being recorded.
We'll hold it
Love
against
to
you, Jessica.
Get your photos and do off the air another interview with you and your team. But the kind of questions I would ask you is, what makes your team so successful? And I came in a little late on your interview, but you touched on the different roles that everybody does. I didn't get to hear as much. I don't know if you spoke about your marketing, and I know your clientele is the higher end. But how many team members do you have on your team?
Basically, for my REO group, we have like 18
Okay, great.
that work on it.
18, yeah, that's right.
18.
Not the one person answering the phone in the
Yeah.
back. You have 18 on your team.
What I do
Yeah,
want
I
to
mean that's a great team, and I'm sure you picked each person to do a certain thing, and especially with REO, you have to work with all different types of price ranges. So you need to have people that know what they're doing in every specific part of that.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we have a marketing person for our retail and stuff like that. So
It is really cool to have Jessica Fisher, the executive publisher of Top Agent Magazine. Now, Jessica, how can they review some of this stuff? Because I want to hear these stories. I'm already intrigued by the
I was actually going to
stories.
tell you, listen, if you go onto topagentmagazine.com, you can, at least in the last couple of years, you can go click on a featured agents, and it's out there by state. You'll see some in the United States. You'll see some in France. You'll see all over, and you'll be able to see read the different stories. We try to keep each story up there, and we try to have each agent link their story to their site.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Well, we're
Thank you so much.
running out of time a little bit, and I
we
just
hate
wanted,
that as
we
happening.
do, because we're having a good time. But I just wanted to mention that I'm walking away with the key to success was respect, honesty, trust, be nice to people, and do the right thing. Sounds pretty simple to me, Don.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, work hard.
And we want to thank Jessica Fisher for calling in, the executive publisher for Top Agent Magazine. Thank you very much for joining us, Jessica.
Thank you guys for having me, and I look forward to speaking with you guys again soon.
Sounds good. And of course, we have to thank our featured star of the day, Joyce Essex, #1 agent in all of LA County. Thank you for joining us today, Joyce.
thank you so much. It was truly a pleasure. I love you guys.
Aw, very cool. Well, we are about to jump off the air, but thank you again for being here. And